channel. Welcome everyone to another year of Iron Rounds tournament. Now last year we had a theme titled The Good, the Bad, and the Wild, which was a tournament for skilled fighters from either good or bad and anti-heroes. This year we're doing the Monster Bash tournament. This theme is based on Halloween characters or scary things that go bump in the night, so to speak. Here's how things are going to go down here. 3 rounds. First round, environment between the two who favors more from their environment. Second round, preparation, who has more to gain from prep time against opponent. And lastly, third round is get it done, which means who ultimately could defeat the other. With all explained, let's get the rounds rolling. Round 1, environment. Now obviously it is no secret that King Shark obviously has the benefit in the ocean and is way stronger on the ocean than he is on land. Being in this environment keeps him pretty strong on all levels and even being able to sustain injuries during a scuffle. Lizard battles him in this turf and there's no way he matches him up at all. But on the downside, there isn't much else he thrives in, meaning he doesn't get strong in the desert or in snow. At least I don't believe he does in the snow. It's because it's obviously a solid instead of liquid form. But let's talk about now Lizard. He thrives around the hot places and humid ones. He gets his way, and King Shark would be a goner, being surrounded by dry heat as a technical fish out of water. Yeah, King Shark would be able to match blows with him, giving the Lizard his victory here. Downside though, on his side is another character who only thrives in certain things or certain settings, making water nothing to fuel on or winds of any wind power energy to rely on. But ultimately, there has to be one clear winner for this round, and I'm going to give it to King Shark. Some of you might be thinking, how so? Well, I'll explain. You see, the Lizard does have some thriving qualities that are similar to King Shark, sure, but the one key difference is being able to thrive not even being in the environment as well. Let me explain. You see, the Lizard gets stronger in heat, but placing him near the sun doesn't make him Superman, whereas King Shark has a helmet or breathing apparatus for himself using water. He still can thrive in it, even being far away from it. Plus, King Shark would appear to thrive more fighting in the ocean, while the Lizard only has heat to slow him down. King Shark has water maneuvers, he can move more openly, and doesn't have to run out of steam at any point. Alright, round 2, preparation. Now let's talk about King Shark. He can come with an array of weapons to choose from in his time in the Suicide Squad to use against the Lizard. And if that doesn't work, pull out the detonator device Amanda Waller places inside your head and jam that bad boy into the Lizard for a surprise bang ending. The downside or the con on this is that he's not the brightest in the bunch, so he may not have a foolproof plan or a strategy in play when given enough time. Now let's talk about the Lizard. He's the smartest between the two of them, as he's a renowned scientist in his field, while King Shark is just a deity god, I believe, which still is something, but not in the brains category. Being able to outsmart your opponent has its perks, and being able to have time to come up with a few plays is even more better odds. Lizard could whip up a weapon that dries King Shark instantly, or something to penetrate his tough skin. Traps he could deploy when setting King Shark up for it, decoys and such. The Lizard can really play him like a puppet with the time. Downside or the cons, sometimes his lizard brain affects his brilliant mind, which might be an issue if time is given, or nothing is truly concrete enough to implement on King Shark. Ultimately though, there has to be one clear winner for this round, and I'm gonna give it to the Lizard. Preparation time is gold for a brain like his. He can create another move to keep himself feeling comfortable, as he can study King Shark and learn of his IQ. Once he discovers that with his study of him, he can exploit his weakness and allow himself to win with most relative ease. Alright, round 3. Get it done. Let's start off with King Shark. He's sort of a god. That fact alone should be a strong selling point to whom makes it out here alive. His teeth might be strong enough to pierce through the lizard's skin, even being durable as it is bitten through steel and Superboy's tactile field. Maybe not to take the head off, perhaps a bleed out in this play. Strength wise, King Shark is a lot stronger than him. Sure, he fights Spider-Man on a regular, but he doesn't overpower him often. King Shark is muscle before brains, so he can overtake him if he gets a grip on him. Given his tangle with Superboy and Aquaman, Superman as well, and other characters, he would be a tough deity to defeat. Has a berserker mode to really deliver the final blow, to really take it home. And only let's say about the cons on this is he's not the brightest, meaning he might not have the move to finish off Lizard. More like only slow him down for a moment. Now let's talk about the Lizard's pros here. He's smarter and that's a major deal. He fights Spider-Man regularly, who's a brilliant mind. Throwing down with someone who isn't close to that level of to spar with, it's kind of easy for him. He can manipulate the fight to his favor at any point and just set King Shark up for dangerous traps. He has the weapons to probably do severe damage to King Shark, almost impossible armored skin. Lizard can tempt him with human food for distraction. See what I did there? Human food. Distraction during a fight always benefits the one who isn't easily distracted. He also has that massive tail to help out King Shark down, or take King Shark down, or place him in a chokehold. Now the downside, or the cons, he's still weaker than him, even with the brains. If he can't hit him hard enough, then there's a chance that King Shark might overtake him at some point during the fight. Ultimately though, there has to be one clear winner for this round, and I'm going to give it to King Shark. Now, a scientist making his own monster is impressive, but being born with a godlike blood is hard to match. King Shark is purely born his way, making him acceptable to his senses way more than human who turns in and out into a lizard, and hasn't fully embraced all senses of lizard form. Sometimes if he goes too far, he can't turn back to human, which is perhaps his limit. He can gain even more strength underwater, making him even tougher than before to take on. Alright, No Press fam, that is going to do it for us. Continue watching for the next round of our tournament, and as always, No Press fam, we really appreciate you guys keeping it 900 subs. Peace. Shout out to all my content supporters. We're not working together, but we like to give credit where credit is due. Ivan the Unstoppable for all the knowledge of comic feats, Watch Mojo for origins and for all the background videos, Comic Historian, Comics Explained, and key issues. Go ahead and check them out and tap into the world of comics by supporting other creators. Link to channels will be in the description below.